Good evening, Ajahn John here. I am going to correct and improve the answer to a TOEFL Speaking Task 1 question. You can see the transcribed answer printed below, and the areas highlighted in bold either have mistakes or can be improved. The question is, what kind of movie or TV show do you like to watch and why? You will notice I have underlined the key parts of the question. I do this to make sure that we stick to the question and don't go off track. You should always do this when you get a question, either in essay or speaking form. This will enable you to produce a better answer. So let's look at paragraph 1. There are a bunch of interesting films and TV shows. Are, not is. This sentence seems a little bit incomplete. It needs a little bit more detail, so maybe after shows we can add which I especially like. So the first sentence is, there are a bunch of interesting films and TV shows which I especially like. The second sentence, the word exactly is not the correct word here. I think the writer is trying to make the point that everyone has their own particular types of movie or TV show which they like. So instead of exactly, maybe we could use indeed. Indeed, everyone has their favorite movie or TV show which they like to watch. I have added a little bit of detail there to make this a more complete sentence. Next sentence. Since I was young, I have always been interested in cartoon TV shows. The last phrase here is not clear. The writer is talking about kids and era. I think maybe she is trying to say that cartoons have been popular with kids of her generation. So let's change the phrase after TV shows to which have been very popular with kids in my generation. Next sentence. The most lovable cartoon programs are Scooby-Doo, Tom and Jerry and Courage Dog. Next sentence. Previously, I used to watch the programs on a Cartoon Network channel via only television. Next sentence, in addition, is the wrong phrase to use here. It should be, however, currently I can see or view may be better, view the cartoon programs easily via Facebook, which is broadcasted 24 hours per day. Second paragraph. The reasons why I like cartoons are because they are entertaining and relaxing. Next sentence, in these days, is not correct. You can either say these days or nowadays. Let's say these days. These days I am faced with a lot of problems. Don't use the present perfect tense here, I have been, because you are talking about these days. So it should be the present tense. These days I am faced with a lot of problems. For example, studying, colleagues. Now, colleagues is not a problem. You need to say why you have some kind of problem in this regard. So we can say problems or conflicts with colleagues at work, and traffic jams. Basically is not a good word to use at the beginning of the next sentence. We want a word which emphasizes your feelings of stress, maybe unfortunately. So unfortunately, these problems make me very stressed. The next phrase, moreover, these possibly can affect the future life, is not clear. Why can these problems affect your future? Maybe you're worried about your health, for example. So here we can say these problems make me very stressed and leads me to worry about my health in the future. Clearly, I desire to find whatever way I can to relieve my stress and to feel relaxed. The last phrase here is redundant because if you have dealt with the problems, then presumably the stress will have disappeared. So we should finish this sentence after relaxed. And last sentence, I have found that cartoons are one possible way for me to get rid of these uncomfortable emotions. I've changed some vocabulary there, and we can't use the best choice because that would conflict with the idea of a possible way. You can't say it is a possible way and also the best choice. You can only say either one or the other. So the last sentence is, I have found that cartoons are one possible way for me to get rid of these unpleasant emotions. Okay, that's the end of the editing. The answer is not too bad. The mistakes are, of course, in regard to grammar, as always, but also the content, as you can see, can be improved in many ways. Some ideas have been expressed in a quite unclear way. The content could have been improved slightly by giving a little bit more detail about how watching cartoons can relieve your stress. This could also give you the opportunity to introduce some new vocabulary. So right at the end, the end of the second paragraph, let's put in a new sentence. When I see the cartoon characters enduring all kinds of pain and hardship, often with a smile, it makes me think that my real life problems are really quite insignificant. Full stop. So that would be one way to add more detail and just finish off the second paragraph. Okay, thank you for listening, and for the student, please don't forget to rewrite the text using all the changes I have made. Make sure you understand them, and if you have any questions, please save them for me. Bye for now.